Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kyra here with another Exos Heroes video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the new update that just happened. It's going to be coming through on July 30th instead of the normal, tomorrow on the 29th, or it would be today actually. It'd be today on Wednesday. Normally that's when they do updates, but apparently it got delayed to some kind of inspection through Apple. This is a fire update. Like this update is like crazy that there's this much stuff. I'm just coming from Raid. Is a massive difference. So first thing is going to be, and sorry if I'm moving quick, there's just so much to cover. I don't want this to be like a 30-minute video. Just want to get through all the stuff. Skim through the patch notes before I am doing this, so I have an idea of what's good. A lot of things I'm excited for. First thing is going to be Iris here, which is going to be the first gold fake core of this faction. The character, the big notable stuff is she's going to be really good. And main thing is she's going to be countering the Dragon Blade characters. She's going to be an answer for those. So if you don't have very many, you've been struggling in Arena, this is going to be a character to focus on. I think this is easily a character that I'm 100% going to be recommending to go to pity on. A very good character just on paper. I want to try her out just because a lot of times there's translation issues. There's so much stuff in this game that I can't be 100% objective when I read it because you never really know with this game. So far, I like to test it when it comes to this, even though something could be completely wrong, something can be translated completely wrong. Really frustrating, but is what it is. Let's go over a kit. So first thing is going to be Flop Flop. If a caster has a removable buff, recovery, or positive effects applied, each valid attack imbues modification for 3 turns. I believe this is like a polymorph thing. Like later down in the patch notes, it explains it. It's like a polymorph set. It's essentially what they're just renaming the previous passive that was on like Degos and Scarlet. And then next is going to be Summer's Blessing, which is the main part of the passive, which is when the battle begins, grants frost damage immunity 1 time to all allies. Buff increases the target's attack 50%. This is the standard thing that it looks like it's going to be on every single one of these characters. And then lastly, this is going to be the big reason why you want to get her, is going to be the passive called Wet Fog. Removes all barriers the enemy has when the enemy uses barrier once per turn, or once per round. Mark when the enemy barrier is removed by the effect of Wet Fog, the defense of all enemies is decreased by 20% of own maximum health for 9 turns. Which, obviously incredibly powerful ability there. Going to counter the First Guardian characters. I want to see it in practice just how effective it's going to be, but looks very good on paper. Next is going to be a buff to her A1, which is removes all status effects from all allies. And gain mana 2 mana. Which is more than the normal 1 mana you get. Looks like they're losing the health shield that she normally gives, which is kind of a bummer. But I was hoping it was going to be bigger, like be an objective replacement for like Chadi in the raid. Looks like that's not going to be the case. And then lastly, it's just going to be her A2, which is deals 525% damage to one enemy, which is kind of underwhelming. But, her kit's already crazy anyway. Who cares? Then they're adding a exclusive weapon chance up. Oh, overall, obviously an amazing character. A little concerning that they're doing this. I don't like when games do this, when they do like, here's the really good characters and here's a direct counter to them. Kind of concerning, but I guess we'll see how it plays out and see just how impactful it's going to be. Next, they're going to be adding an exclusive weapon chance up for the Aris Summer bracelet that she has, which is kind of nice. You mean that, if you want to whale out on the weapon as well, it's another 28 pity, which I think is hilarious, but, whatever. You can do it and you'll actually be able to pair them up. It at least gives you some kind of realistic expectation you can get them, even though I think it's absolutely bonkers how much that's going to cost for most people, unless you get lucky. And then next is going to be Path of Trials Open. And so they're adding more story already, which is fantastic. I'm surprised that it's this fast. It should be, you would think that this would be the expectation, that the game's going to want to do this. But, based on the history of games I've been playing, content coming this quickly is not the norm at all. From the Path of Trials, you'll be facing bosses who stood against you in the main storyline, but this time they'll be even more powerful. Looks like the Path of Trials consists of 5 chapters, and it's through all the different types, of the story, like all the different areas, so Greenland, Republic, Wasted Red, and then Northbound Frosty, and then you get progressively better and better rewards. It looks like it's going to be very similar to the Exos Pass, where you get like tiers that go up, or like core raid a level of rewards, and then as you go further and further up, then you're going to get like faded gear. Awesome. More stuff to do, more ways to get rewards is always a plus. I'm really excited for that. And then something that I thought was interesting is they're going to be adding the combat power penalty. I don't know what that means, but easy, normal, very hard, and extreme. Maybe it's like if you're trying to get in with like one character, they nerf your characters or something like that. I'm not sure about that, but maybe let me know in the comments below if you know what that's going on. Then exciting. Labyrinth is finally coming back. It looks like it's completely overhauled. It's completely different. It's 5 different themes. Each theme has 5 lower labyrinth dungeons, and you obtain zest by clearing the lower labyrinth. You'll be able to claim the final reward once you clear all the dungeons in each group. The rewards differ according to the difficulty of the dungeon, and you'll need 20 levy stones to enter the dungeon. You may only clear one dungeon a day and will not be able to re-enter once you clear the dungeon. In the labyrinth, the formation penalties are removed, and there's no condition to enter the dungeon, which pretty interesting. Labyrinth will initialize every month as before. Labyrinth will be played after the update. The content is initialized the first day of each month. I'm glad that it's finally consistently on its schedule now, where we're not like just missing a large part of the content we used to have. Hopefully the rewards are comparable. I'm not expecting it to be very similar, just because that was a very high amount of zest. That was nice, but I don't think a game like this would find that sustainable, especially a monthly rewards like that. That's just crazy. Next is going to be the Hero Element Enhance update. This is big, where you take characters that are level 90 and transcended, and then you have to put a ton of resources into them. Like it's a whole bunch of the dragon things you get from completing the Holy Dragon Grounds, moves, and then also the material you get for disassembling a hero. And you add all that together, and then you can enhance them, and then it's allowing you to be able to break multiple stones. And then as you go further and further on it, so that to be able to even do it, you need to be level 90, 5 enhanced, plus 1 transcend. Then you can do it once. And then once you get 2 transcends, you can do it twice. But then the odds of it go down significantly as you keep going. So the first one's 100%, so obviously I think everyone's going to at least try for that. And then the other ones, 70%, that's still pretty good odds. Even though it's a massive amount of rewards, it's going to be a real feels bad if it doesn't work out for you. But then as you go further, it goes 70, then 50, then 30, then 15. Massive amount of resources to be able to do that. I think it's obviously incredibly impactful and going to be worth doing. I would just be careful on, really spamming it on one character, and hopefully you guys get lucky and get that. It's going to be a massive game changer, especially for Arena. It's going to make a lot of content significantly easier. Really cool. And it's going to make characters that are not like legendaries and rares more impactful, because those are easier characters to enhance or to transcend. So you'll be able to actually break more stones with those characters more consistently than, like, say, for example, Bathory or Garf, or these really hard to obtain characters. Okay. And then, so now we got that. They're doing a Choice Forge. This is by far my favorite thing. If you see my inventory, I literally have 22 faded accessories, compared to 3 faded accessories for armor, but for magic I only have 3. So like that disparity is driving me absolutely insane. Now you can actually choose which one you want to forge, which is fantastic. And then you build up a pity, you build up, you pick one, you want like physical, you want helm, or you want physical. So in my case, I want magical accessory, and then you're gonna build up for it, and then finally you can craft it, and you're guaranteed to get it. Each craft will cost 700 zest, excluding the first craft, which is discounted 200 zest. So I'm gonna buy the first one for sure. I don't know if I might buy another one, because I think every single faded magical accessory I get is a full set for the next 2 to 3 of them. So I may do that, but I don't think it's worth it for most people to pay 700 zest for one piece of faded gear. That's a really bad value. The 200, I think, absolutely, I'm totally going to do that. Amazing update. I really like that they did that. That's one of my biggest pet peeves about faded gear, is how the RNG just sucks sometimes, and you just get bodied, and then you're missing out on full sets. Next, we got the Holy Dragon Grounds update. This is awesome. This is something that I really wanted, but I didn't know that they would actually do. But they're adding more phases to it, so it's actually harder to do, and more rewards if you're actually really focused on it. They're going to be adding new phases added to Holy Dragon Grounds. Bone Dragon has increased hit in a new phase. Additionally, Bone Dragon skills applied to down below. Dragon Strike delivers a powerful blow to one enemy, cancels. Okay, so Dragon Roar, this is all the normal stuff. So we got phase 4. This is just really cool. I mean, definitely take a look at the patch notes to get the specifics on this. I'm a big fan of this, especially if you are really competing, or not really competing, but if you're really shooting for maxing out the dragon, this is going to be an awesome update for you. Not only get more rewards, but have a lot more fun in doing something that's just, because especially with the nerf to dragon, it's been pretty easy. Recently, at least for me. So having something else to do for an in-game player is always a plus. And then next they got gift from the Great One. So people, like the top 30 of every week, you get these polymongs from the embodiment of avarice, and so they kind of follow you around. So my friend had one and they literally did nothing. So now you can go up to them. If you meet them in the town, they'll actually give, you'll get rewards. It's kind of like talking to a traveler, but better rewards. So just a little fun, little extra thing to do for that. And then voice actor update, don't really care about. Fusion ability lock function update. This is great because there's a stupid mechanic. First of all, it's still stupid regardless. I don't care if they give a lock for it. It's still stupid. But when you fuse a character, like when you multiple fuse them, like let's say you fuse them a second time or a third time, you can lose stats. So now when you can lock stats that you don't want to lose, like let's say it's already as high as you want or you don't want to risk it, you can lock it and then fuse the rest and then hopefully roll better on the other ones. This is the dumbest thing ever still, but at least you can lock it. And then skill changes. So then that's what I was talking about earlier, like way back in the beginning of this video, talking about passive the Son of the Southland. They're changing like the icy bolt or whatever that's on Degas and Scarlet. They're going to be changing it all to flap flap and flop flop, which is worse, but both of them were really dumb. Anyway, so whatever. And then now it's going to be polymorph instead of Frigid Bolt. It's going to be called polymorph, which I think Frigid Bolt fit, you know, this theme way better than a polymorph, whatever. And then next they're going to be adding mechanics to passive of the Dragon Knight Blessing and Dragon Hunter Blessing. Enhanced Dragon Fang effect used by each element by 20% is added for the passive of the Dragon Knight Blessing and Dragon Hunter Blessing. For example, if the hero who has Dragon Blessing passive is Darkness Element, decreases the enhanced Dragon Fang effect used by the Darkness Element Dragon by 20%. I'm going to need to see that in action to really understand it, but cool. And then they're going to be, you know, tutorial guide, new hero battle is going to be April, which not really excited for. There's going to be new stuff like you could collect in the world, new world event. Those things are all kind of meh. Exos Pass update, Exos Pass period after the update, July 29th. Exos Pass content will allow you to clear a given mission. Free Pass and Premium Pass reward has been changed with the max level of the Exos Pass achieved. The Pass experience point obtained through missions and battles has changed to gold. Okay, that's kind of cool. Attendance book reward change. Monthly attendance books rewards for August has been changed. Then the bug fixes. All that stuff like that. But the main, and then, change to the Great One. Issues stated below, the Dragon Blood is not removed from a hero with the Great One effect if the hero does not take any damage for 2 turns. That's an amazing change. You know, they need to fix that bug for sure. And then embodiment, fix an issue with the final slot not being unlocked when reaching the required score of S rank. Okay, that's cool too. All right, well, that's going to do it for these changes. I think this is a massive patch. let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this patch. I think this is very encouraging for a game to see something like this so consistently. So I'm stoked. Let me know what you guys think, and you guys have a good one. Peace.